Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley if you are new here. In this video, I am just going to be bringing you along for our little school day. I currently have a 5-year-old, an almost 3-year-old, and an 8-month-old baby. This is our first year homeschooling, and I just started documenting our journey here on YouTube, and it's been really fun so far. So far it is 10 a.m. and we have gotten off to a very slow start this morning because Melly, the baby, has decided that she does not want to sleep at night, and she was up for almost 2 hours last night. So I woke up late, which means that the whole morning is off to a late start, but that's okay. That's the beauty of homeschooling. We can start when it is good for us to start. So we got up, we got dressed, we had breakfast, and basically that's where we are so far. The baby's down for her first nap and the boys are outside playing. I'm about to call them in and start school with them. We did technically read our Bible story over breakfast since we were all sitting together. Also, if you saw in that little clip, we're all kind of like looking out the window. It's because the garbage truck came while we were eating breakfast. So the boys thought that was really fun. So welcome to our day. I hope you enjoy watching what school is like for our family. All right, so we're all inside. We're having a little snack. We're starting with handwriting, and because we did our Bible already, we're going to start with our read aloud, which is Heartwood Hotel. We actually got this for free from the Sunlight website. If you go on there, they let you try it for free, and they give you the little questions that would normally come in the instructor's guide. So you put in your kids' ages, and they didn't have an option for the preschool programs, so they sent us this one. So if you're interested, I'll link that below because it's been really fun to read this story and to kind of test run it out.
Oh, and yeah, there's a bear trying to break in, and Mona is out there with the bear.
So we are at a very exciting part in the story. We are on chapter 10, so that's where we're going to start.
Bear.
Chapter 10, Brumble the Bear. Okay, so it is a little bit later now. We've probably been reading for anywhere from like 30 to 45 minutes with many interruptions. So Riley actually stayed with us at the table for a while, so that led to more interruptions than usual. Sometimes I'll let him watch like books on my phone from the library, but we didn't do that today. We took out the Play-Doh, so they played with some Play-Doh while we finished reading. It took a while, but we made it through, and it was really nice because Riley even got to listen to some of the story. Okay, so now next we were going to start our Ready to Read program. But Shani wanted to do his Bob book. So if you saw my video on how I taught my son to read, I mentioned in it that I had a little reward system set up for him. If he reads, each book he reads, he gets 10 cents, up to 4 books a day. So we haven't done that in a while, but he just asked to do that first. So that is what we're going to do now.
I see that on there.
Okay, so now we are going to start our curriculum work. This is the Ready to Read program from Gather Round. We have done their preschool. This is technically their kindergarten, but Shani was ready to start learning to read. So we started this last week. This is only our second week doing it. Today we are learning about scorpions, which Shani is very excited about. And then we have 4 worksheets in his book here, so we're gonna do that. Normally I would try to take a little break before this since we've been sitting for a while, but because we're off to a late start, we're gonna try to just keep chugging along and see how it goes. But if it becomes too overwhelming, then we might still take a break and finish a couple worksheets later, but we will see. Okay, scorpions. Do you know the name of this creature?
Scorpion.
It's a scorpion. Scorpions are arachnids, not insects. They have 8 legs like a spider. Scorpions are nocturnal, coming out at night to hunt, but it's possible to see scorpions on a moonlit night because all scorpions are fluorescent, meaning they glow under UV light.
That's my favorite part about scorpions.
I didn't even know that. You knew that already?
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
If you shine light on them, they
Wow.
And I saw one.
You did? Where?
On TV.
Oh, on TV.
And somebody died white on a scorpion.
So our first worksheet here is a word search of our am word family words. So he is going to trace them and then find them in the word search. So it did end up being too overwhelming and he definitely needed a break. I learned something though, and that is definitely to try not to read 2 chapters before book work. I do like to still do the book work, or I still like to read the books before we do book work, because I feel like if I prioritize the book work first, I probably won't get to reading. So I feel like I like the benefits of reading aloud, so I want to make sure we prioritize that first. And then if we need to take a break during book work, that's what we do, which is what we are doing today. Shane needed a break even just from that first worksheet, which makes sense because we were sitting for a long time doing the read aloud, and then he wanted to read the Bob books too, which he doesn't normally do. So right now the boys are coloring, and as you heard, the baby is awake, so I'm going to be nursing her and then cleaning up our breakfast dishes because I haven't gotten to those. So here's just a little real life for you. This is how it goes. It's not always like we sit down, we do school perfectly, and then it's done. I'm not really entirely even sure when we're gonna get to the rest of those worksheets, because after lunchtime we're probably gonna do quiet time, and then we want to go to the library, so we might not get to it until like after the library, maybe after dinner. We did the rest of our book work yesterday after dinner, actually. I hope you can hear me with all of the noise in the background. Oh my gosh. So it is a little bit later now. The boys and I have just eaten our lunch. We had leftovers. We had leftover spaghetti and meatball, and now Melly is eating her lunch, right, Melly? So the boys are upstairs playing right now. As soon as I'm done feeding Melly, I'm going to go up and put Riley down for his quiet time / nap. He just recently weaned off of the passy, so he hasn't been taking a nap, but he has been sleeping more at night, so we just are kind of rolling with it, and he does quiet time now, which he does pretty well with. I give him some books and like a leapfrog toy in his crib, and he plays pretty well up there. And then Shane also does quiet time. But I'm thinking after I put Riley down for a nap that Shane and I will work some more on his worksheets because he has t-ball tonight. So that is the plan. Everyone?
Why elephants can fly?
Because they're too big. They don't have wings. So Shani begged me to go outside instead of finishing his worksheets right now. It's a beautiful day outside right now. So as you saw, I put Riley upstairs. I read to him before he went into quiet time, and Shani's now playing outside. Melly is playing in the other room, which I'm gonna go get her. I'm gonna make myself a coffee, and I'll show you what I think I'm going to do until my husband comes home, because it's about 1:30, which he usually comes home between 1:30 and 2. Because he goes into work around 5, so that is a major blessing here in our house. So that's what I'm going to do for now, and hopefully we can get to those worksheets soon. So while my coffee is brewing, I wanted to show you what I did this past week or so. We bought a Eco Tank printer, and I bought a spiral binding machine and the coils here, and I printed out the kindergarten language arts, Good and Beautiful. I had to make it into each unit, so this is the first unit, and then this is the second unit, and then the third, because I used really thick paper to make it like feel really like good quality inside. Like these papers are really thick, and it made it like huge. It was like this much, so I couldn't get all of the papers in one book. So I'm super excited to start this in the fall, and yesterday I started printing out the booster cards as well. So I bought these A5 paper, and then I wasn't able to get it to fit into the entire page, but it works. It's totally readable. It's just slightly smaller than it should be. So I still have to finish printing these out. So I'm thinking I'm going to work on those because I'm actually really enjoying putting these together. So a little bit later, we were finally able to finish Shinny's worksheets. It's always harder to get him to focus when it's really nice outside. He just wants to like be outside, which I don't blame him. So I just want to show you what he did. So he finished this word search. He had to do what number came after this number and then draw that many circles to represent the next number. And then he had to name the shapes and draw them. And then he had to color the rocks the same color as the different types of soils that he learned. And then we all went out and went to T-ball. There was a little bit of a mishap. My husband was taking him and I was going to stay here with the baby, and Bradley was going to go with him. And then he got there and realized it was a game, so he rushed back home. We got his uniform. It was the whole thing. So I ended up going with them, and we're just getting back now, getting ready for bed, and that is how our day went. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in the next one.